Well, greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back once again for the very first time to the Farts and Crap Show, where today, as per usual, it's your host Anjo here with part 115 of Tears of the Kingdom. My 3-heart run was a 4-heart run, is temporarily a 3 plus 3-heart run. And thanks to a little thing we like to call a Melania bed. But yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well today. Real temporarily, we're here in Snowfield Stable in the Hebra region. But on today's episode, what we're gonna do... Okay, because we did get most of our pins back recently. Kind of went to some of the locations around the map that I had marked and hadn't actually gone to. And also recently, we kind of looked into why we weren't getting royal weapons from any of the... what are they even called? You know, like the ghost link things that give you intact weapons in the depths. And as it turns out, in this area, below Krenel Peak and Krenel Hills, this kind of area, basically Corum, Lightroot, and above, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 spots where you can get intact royal or royal guard weapons. And as far as this section of the map goes, those are the only ones, as far as I can tell, unless I missed one in this area, but I think that's all of them. And the other place in the map that's good for farming these is actually below Gerudo Highlands, this raised section right here. And if we shift our focus to the depths, that is where I stopped mapping. And if we shift to the adventure log, the next step of Master Koga of the Yiga clan is over here, which, if we look at the map, is kind of right below Rito Village, just surrounded by water, and we already got a clue that there is a chasm hidden somewhere around here. And we'll get to that in a minute. And by a minute, I mean a while, probably a couple episodes. Because the current long-term plan is to get the entire map. That's gonna take a little while. Because one... We're gonna have to get the Flamebreaker armor. To comfortably actually explore this area, since it's like way too hot. And oh, that's what I was gonna look up. I forgot to look that up. I couldn't find a way in my experimentation to make a flameproof elixir that's 2 stages of Flame Guard. It might be possible. I'm not sure. Time of recording. By the time you guys are watching this, I probably have looked it up already. Also, we're gonna go back to some of the areas that I skipped temporarily to get like little chunks of the map and like pieces of armor. Like that one over here, that's kind of tied to like this actual archipelago. I mean, they call these archipelagos, which, like, it's a series of islands, so... yeah, kind of the same thing. And I believe we had... oh, right. This one over here, there has to be a hidden chasm around here. But I believe... yeah, aside from this little chunk right here, and this little chunk right here, I'm pretty sure everywhere else we've been has been mapped. And I'm fairly certain the game does indicate when you do have the complete map. And yeah. I think we're good. Real quick, around here, is there a chasm? We can easily just hop down. I don't see one. Okay. Also, do we have a spare? Yes, we have one travel medallion to spare. I believe the other two are at key locations. We still have this one, which is going to come in handy for when we do the Lome Labyrinths, because we haven't done those yet. And where is the... oh, the other one is at the Colosseum. Right. The floating Colosseum with the Lionel fights, which I've utilized that one quite a few times. Yeah, you know, I would say several. I would say several. Yeah. I hesitated to call it several times for some reason. No real reason, just I hesitated. So anyway, so yeah, we're gonna map as we go north in the depths and try to do a clean sweep and try to find some intact weapons under Gerudo Highlands. That's kind of the plan for today. And yeah, I kind of been harsh on my voice recently. Been trying to get back to normal. It feels a little warm in here right now, which is not... wait, why did I choose to keep this with me? Oh, because it has long throw. And it's already a Royal Guard, right? So durability is not going to be good. So I decided not to keep it. We already went through all the armory stuff, and we have a good selection of weapons right now, so I've already started using this. Okay, let's do that. It's fine, I'll just use that for now. It's also fine. Probably actually gonna do a little switcheroo. That's what we call a little switcheroo. Oh wait, do we need, before I get started, do we need fairies? No. Okay. Do we need food? No. Do we need, wow, I am so prepared. Okay. Yeah, let's make a hover bike. AKA getting around machine. Round, 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 we get around. Yeah, talk about old references. Alright, counter steer, there we go. We are facing the wrong way. It's like, man, it's pretty bright in this direction. Speaking of which, I forgot to attach a giant bright boom seed. I need to do that so we can see where we're going, even in the dark. Like a hover bike in the dark. And full of old references to there. If you got that one, let me know in the comments. Here we go. No! I thought I could catch it on the fly. It didn't work. No. No. Get around. Okay, we're good. Okay. But yeah, it's a little warm in here today. It's not feeling. Whoa! Immediately. This isn't new. This is new. This is new. We also need large zonite. So if I see enemy camps, probably gonna stop. And son of a beach. Okay. Does have durability at plus. If I see a boulder, I might just attach a boulder to it. I might just fuse it. Might. Little low. Keep it down, keep it down. Keep it down. Here we go. Oh, is that the one I marked before? Probably, yeah. I think so. Whoop. Okay. No! No! Stop. Stop. Okay. Tragedy has struck. Shit. Shit, dog. That's bad. Okay, we're okay. It's all good. Are you fucking serious? So that's how it works with extra hearts, huh? You just lose all of them in the gloom. Rude. Dumbass goblins. You know what? I don't respect these guys, so I'm just gonna not grab their shit. So you had a rough day. Alright. Link is having a rough day so far. Like, why? Why is whoever's controlling me so incompetent? Right. All started with a little bumble tumble. I mean, we kinda need pose, but not that much. Yeah, quick drop is a risky move, man. I just want to see where I'm going. Is that Frox? That is a Frox. Is that a lot of zonite? Yeah, kinda. Do I want to stop and fight him? Yeah, kinda. Do I want to sacrifice my hover bike already? No, not really. Because honestly, Froxes, they have all those big AoEs and stuff, and for smaller enemy camps, it's easier. What the hell? Kind of Yiga shit you guys going on here? Alright. Okay, big chunk. That's a decent little chunk there. Oh, gosh, chunk of board getting nice chunks in there. What? What the fuck? Alright, there we go. Go the thing and the stuff. And there we go, and the other thing. Alright, let's check the map. Oh, okay. It's just over there, so just can't see anything in the other direction. Yeah. That's super real. Yeah. Is that one? Oh, that's one that I've activated. Yeah. Alright, let's just go to the one that I marked there. Keep an eye out for intact weapons. Not really liking this terrain very much. It's definitely a Yugi camp. Can't see. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh, this is a lot of water. Why can I still not see jack shit? I mean, I can kind of see in front of me, but that's about it. This is a lot of water. Not usually this much whoop. You know what, that's fair. Am I close? There it is, okay. I actually don't know how close I am. Alright. Kawirus. Babayam. Oh, that is a freaking lake. What's with that tiny little spot, man? I hate when they do that. It's like, oh, you were hoping to map the whole area, huh? Well, there's a tiny little piece of shit that I gotta go over there and figure out what is going on. Fine. Hello, intact weapons that have not been decayed by the downfall, upheaval, whatever the shit. Hello. Weapons. Other links. Sometimes there's one pretty close to a light route. Damn it. Alright, fine. Which way are we going? I mean, it's probably going to be on the inside of this curve, to be real. So, go straight and then take a left? Can't go straight. Go straight where I'm facing. Okay. Not face with me, yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's one. Found it. Oh, found one. soldier's broadsword. I got a soldier's broadsword. Fucked up that reference. Fuck. Well, we know what this is good for. Fuck! Link! Come on! Shouldn't have brought it up. You brought this upon yourself. It's like my favorite running gag of this whole series. Link secretly. That's why he doesn't talk, he's an asshole. Okay. Shabba-dabba-doo. Oh, I saw another one. Nope. Nope. That's what I meant. Back off. Oh, that was close. We passed the hump? We are past the hump. Like crap. So this is just really high cliff. Just big cliff town. Our name is Big Clifton. Alright, so we just gotta go straight. Fuck. Why? Oh, hello. Oh, that's what I marked. Damn, I was right on the money. Let's get a better look. Oh, there's that. Maybe it's a different Frox. I don't give a Frox, man. Oops. Should I? Yeah, why not? I mean, I'm right here. Yeah. Okay, so how close are we? Pretty damn close. It's right there. Jadukakar. Jadukakar. Yeah, why even do that? I feel like that's just the game being an asshole. Like, functionally, I don't see why that would be its own light route. If it doesn't make sense narratively, it's probably just bad game design. Joking. Partially joking. We still... Oh wow, that's most... Oh, yes. So this whole place is just gonna have shitty terrain that's like, this is super high, this is super low, and this is super high, and this is super low. Lots of jaggies, huh? Alright, we're gonna have to kinda go the way we came. And sorta to like head north and then head west, I guess, probably. I mean, yeah. Not part of Gerudo Highlands, so kinda wanna stay within the realm of Gerudo Highlands. Actually, you know what? Frox is kinda like, you know, they're kinda boss-like, right? Might have intact weapons around here. Yeah? I mean, around the outside, There's one. Did I mark this one? Nope. that a cliff? Yes, it is. Traveler. Thank you. Alright, great, thank you. This is not part of Highlands either. Okay, it's fine. Whatever. It's okay. Shabba bow bow. Shabba bang bang. Shabba bang. Oh, really? Damn. Okay. That was okay. Had the right idea actually. This one's not marked either. No, this one is not marked. A soldier's clamor. I don't want this. What's out of here? Oh, fuck, he's dead. 22. I don't need it. It's not bad. Yeah, keep it for now. I wonder if a soldier's weapon without the durability bonus is like about the same durability as like a traveler's weapon with durability up plus. I mean, maybe, right? Oh, we're way past the hump. Okay, I gotta turn. The hell? Guys, I think the ceiling is pregnant. Okay, so this is Gerudo Highlands up there. The terrain just sucks ass. Why does the terrain suck so much ass? You know what? Having a lot of altitude at this point might not be a bad thing. Because, I mean, we'll be able to see... That's an enemy camp. Whoa, why did that... Okay. We'll be able to see... light routes. Probably. Okay, so kind of keep going this way. There's probably an intact weapon over here, right? Island thing. I mean, there's a good amount of bows. I don't see one. That's a cliff. This is a large cliff. Still going. Jeez, dude. I see that. See that. People. Wait, is that a different one? No, it's the same one. What's that cliff situation? Still going. Still going, what the fuck? Wait, is that the ceiling? That is the ceiling. Whoop. Wait. Uh. Um. Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Hold on. There we go. Where? Oh man, I totally lost my bearing. So much fucking altitude. Oh shit. Turn. Wait. So where did I... All the way over there? Oh shit. Shit. I don't see it anymore. Why don't I see it anymore? Okay. Oh jeez. Hey dudes. How's it going? Oh crap. It's worth it. Alright. Okay. This is fine. Two birds with one stone, right? That's fine. That's good. That's okay. Alright. And they already forgot. No, they didn't. Never mind. Terrible shots. Terrible shots. All terrible shots. There we go. And undead moblin, come on. Ooh, one more. So really, the boss bokoblin came after me and nobody else? It's like, well, I heard at a leader seminar that you have to lead by example these days, and I don't really want to do that. I mean, that's not why I became a boss, was to do grunt work, you know? But, apparently my underlings won't, you know, respect me or some shit. Unless I actually understand their job. Can you tell I'm using a shitload of air quotes right now? I'm guessing the durability up plus thing more than makes up for the damage. I'm guessing. I mean, I was thinking about it and I was like, I would say a year, probably. After all of that other hammer, I've been using that for a hot minute, so... Traveler's Spare. Traveler's Spare. Is this actually under... Fuck, this isn't Gerudo Highlands either? I'm already north of it? Alright. Probably gonna do that map thing in between episodes. I actually have like a little useful thing on like where to find the things. Specifically for the royal weapons, like, you know. It's not my concern right now. My main concern is just mapping. Getting Zonite, making Purge. That's pretty much it. You guys think you can sleep on the job? Bitch. Think I care if this bow is badly damaged? Oh, there's another one. And they had like time bombs ready to go. I don't want this. I don't want this. Holy shit, Link! Not my fault. Like, hey man, you want to get a hero that doesn't cause collateral damage? Good luck. Get out of here. Oh, I don't. I have too many arrows. Ah, Oh, actually, the light route... Yeah, it was that way. It's in this direction, but you know, it's over here. You know, it's pretty close. It's, you know, right? I don't know, this is the thing. Yeah. You know, that's not... It's not bad. It's not great, it's not bad. Okay, and I already saw that one, so I'll just, you know, head over there. Where? Oh. Where are we going? The opposite direction. Okay, that's fine. Should be close enough, yeah. Did I see another one past this? No? Tree? Is that just a tree? Oh boy, a traveler sword. Can't wait. Okay. Ooh, with attack up. Oh boy. Yeah, definitely holding on to that. You know what? Let's go ahead and just get rid of this. Huh? What? Oh. That was strange. Okay. So pretty much exactly where I'm facing, not where I'm looking. So this is right. Yeah, that's pretty much correct. That is basically correct. Oh shit, I forgot to put on the other thing. Okay. You guys like the Foley effects on this episode? Pretty cool. Pretty good. Pretty spot on, you know? Gotta say. It's like, whoa, is Danjo an Imagineer? What? The hell is that? Uh, uh, uh. I can't land on that. Shit, why am I don't want to turn. This isn't a wall, is it? No, there's a wall. No. Probably not. Ooh, but that was close. Altitude. Altitude. Dude. Altitude. That's the ceiling, isn't it? Is this water? Fuck, this is a river. Fucking. That whole area is dark. Oh, like behind me, kind of. Oh. It's magic. Gotcha. The light route's probably on the other side of it. Alright, see, that's genius, man. That's the ceiling. That's the one I marked. That's why I didn't see it. Oh, hello. Bam, baby. Right. Yeah, we're not gonna get a whole. Is that what I think it is? Yup. Dude. Did. I did. Did. Yeah. Did. Did. Can't see shit, dude. Fine, just focus on something in the distance. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, that's a Yiga thing. Fuck them. I mean, we'll get to it at some point. I don't remember what the deal is with the Yiga camps. I just remember thinking that it was mostly a waste of time. Oh, this is kind of a large complex. What the fuck? Even on the map? What is this? There's nothing above it? Yeah, why is it like sketched on the map all weird? Don't understand. Actually, you know, there might have been one like right here. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll come back to it. There's some treasure over there though. Okay, directly behind. There we are. Bit to the right. A little bit to the Rizzo. And having the Bright Bloom Seed definitely like helps. Cause like if I didn't have that, I'd be just flying through like pitch black. starring Vin Diesel. I made that joke recently, my bad. It's still kind of funny. To me. And I think... I don't know. I don't know if that's a YouTube thing or it's like a new generational thing. Like... And actually, you know, I made a new thing for this. I was like, you know what? Sometimes I like to rant. So like, there we go. Because like sometimes in episodes, I'll like have a little rant that will take up like a bit of time, and then I won't actually be accomplishing much in the meantime. And sometimes the rant like takes way too long if I try to do it like while I'm playing the game, because I'm trying to like focus on the game, but also focus on like a logical train of thought. So sometimes that works, sometimes it does. Oh, this is the edge of the map. Holy shit. Okay. So we really can't go in this direction. Exactly like that, you know? So like, you know what? I should have a thing that just indicates that I'm doing a rant. It's like visual on screen, so if people are like kind of, you know, just watching casually, not really paying super close attention, then they can tell it's like, oh, hey, this is just, okay, this is Danjo doing a rant. Okay, gotcha. And that was kind of an idea I had a while ago, but that's kind of unrelated to what the main point I was going to get to, which this is kind of just like brooding and kind of like a generational thing that I was like kind of wanted to ask you guys as the viewers. No particular person, just if you happen to be watching this and if you feel like answering, input would be appreciated. But that's because I mean I do respond to every comment that comes in. And if I don't like reply to it or whatever, I also screen every comment that comes in. So like, something's like highly inappropriate, doesn't, follow the YouTube community guidelines and stuff like that. You guys won't see it because it'll get deleted. Son of a, really? Oh, it actually landed right side up. Cool. So, oh hey, there we go. First of all, because this is kind of related, it's actually directly related, and I was trying to think of a way to preface my point with an example that kind of is exemplify? Is that the right term? Might not be the right term. This one has durability at +2. I already have enough hammers to, like, I'll keep it for now. If I happen to find another boulder, I'll, like, drop the one that I have been using and just, replace it. But, so the quick little question that I think that's the right term, exemplifies kind of my point that I'm getting into. Do you guys find Monty Python funny? Or and to be more specific, Like, how much of it have you seen? And I guess that part doesn't really matter, even if you've just seen a few episodes but really enjoyed it. Like, that's still, like, you know, basically answers my question. But, essentially what I mean, whoops, is what they call dry humor. Like, dry wit, basically. It's something I see less of nowadays. Like, a lot less of. Like, it seems to be a largely forgotten style of comedy. I mean, that might be pushing it a little far, but it's less practiced and refined these days, at least from what I've seen. And maybe that's a generational difference. Maybe it's just like what's a good way to modernize it and also extrapolate upon this point? Okay, here we go. This is a good example. Not just example, but a good way to explain it, I guess. So nowadays, and I guess it's kind of goes into a larger discussion of like I guess classic examples and practices and formulas versus today, which is a lot more freeform and therefore experimental, and some things that people gravitate to become, I guess, oh shit, part of the zeitgeist, and then the others kind of get forgotten about because of, I guess I would say, the overbearing popularity of certain things. There's a better term for that, not overbearing popularity. Prevalence. Yeah. I would. Do I have to make up a new term for this? I think there's a term for it. Hyper prevalence, basically. Basically saying, and I guess that's like oversaturation. It's a little bit different though, like, because oversaturation just means like everything. Well, not in the modern sense, I guess. Most of the time nowadays, you say oversaturation, that means like tons of groups are like imitating one thing that's like kind of popular, and so like it makes the idea less popular because it's been bastardized so many times. What the hell? The Frox was not that close. Oh, so that's this whole thing. Oh, I didn't miss anything. Oh, it's fantastic. Okay. So when something has prevalence, basically, and I guess in today's lingo, becomes a meme, right? because, and that's not just today's lingo, like memes kind of started in like the 70s or 80s, I think, with like planking and like the thinker poses and stuff. Um, but it was like before the age of the internet. But essentially, that's where memes came from. Um, in their current format, like memes have kind of always been a thing because, art imitates life and then people imitate art, and, the cycle just keeps going. But, oh, this is one of them. Oh, we're back in the Highlands, aka the Lowlands, aka I hate the terrain of this place. Um, so when things become part of the zeitgeist, literally, it's like another way to say it's like internet famous, I guess. Internet prevalence, like it's being searched a lot. Like you may have heard of like the Google like end of the year um, like roundup. Trying to remember what they call it, but essentially they're like, oh, here's the most popular things from this previous year, like in this example, like 2023. Um, and oh, oh, that armor piece is down here. So, and usually it's based on things that become popular. And then, imitations and then blah, 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 and then reiterations of things, and then people find like other takes on it and da 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 da. And sometimes the original work gets like lost in the process because at that point, oh, son of a bitch, nobody remembers, fuckers, uh, where it came from. Son of a bitch. What you get for trying to eat my bright bloom? So, oftentimes, a more recent meme of something, because, yeah, that's kind of a good way to put it. It's just like when something's been reiterated so many times, like most recent slash most popular thing of that. This is a really good find, actually. Is the one that people remember. So, and that's what I kind of mean, like the lost to the zeitgeist kind of thing. Like it's not. Mm, skipping a step. So hypothetically, what happens when something stops getting iterated upon? Is my leading question there. Well, then people forget about it, right? Because people aren't memeing it anymore. So it's either, and not necessarily forgotten, but it's either forgotten or, what's another modern way to say this? Falls out of relevance. So it's the opposite of the oversaturation problem. Like, it just becomes forgotten. So, much like literary diatribes and parodies of social things, yeah, parody is, yeah, kind of a lost thing too. Um, in a sense, there's been a few things that's revived it, and you could say, oh, it's this and this, and be like, oh, okay, all right, whatever, cool, and then they kind of know what you mean. Um, So I brought up, oh, it's a spear. That's why I'm looking at dropping a spear, right? And both of these are pretty good. And that has durability up plus. Yeah, I guess I have to drop one of these. Okay. I mean, it's durability up plus roll guards for 24. I mean, pretty fucking good, you know? Um, that's why I'm trying to keep an eye out for these things. Like these spots in this area specifically. So that's why I bring up Monty Python as a question, as an example, because it's a very funny show. Like John Cleese and Eric Idle both, and what's the other guy? Chapman, I think. Anyway, they've done. Ooh, there's another one right here. They've done several interviews on it, and over the years, and blah blah blah. And explained how it was just kind of this silly, stupid idea that they did, and blah blah. Anyway, it was one of those things that was never meant to be taken seriously, but then people started taking it seriously because of like how much it was being enjoyed and how tons of different reasons, but essentially because of how much people enjoyed it. And part of the reason, at least, and it depends on the context in which you're enjoying it, but at least part of the reason for me that I enjoy it so much now is because for most of it, except for the ones that I've already seen like multiple times, but for most of it, I feel like actually I've watched most of it. For pretty much every episode that I haven't seen for many years. I feel like I can enjoy it for the first time. Because when I was younger, it was confusing. I didn't think it was funny. Because I didn't get the humor, you know? It wasn't that I thought it was bad. I mean, I could tell, like, fairly obviously, because it depends on kind of media that you're used to consuming. I could tell they didn't have the highest production budget, and definitely as a younger viewer, I was kind of shallow in that regard. I liked fancy animation and cool special effects and, especially like Foley effects that were very convincingly done. Like, especially like a lot of, old Star Trek stuff. They used Foley effects a lot. And early Star Wars. Like, basically, if you're unfamiliar with what Foley effects are, it's like it's using real life stuff in place of, I mean, typically it's like using real life stuff in place of like digital assets, like computer generated CGI, essentially. I mean, that's not the actual definition, but that's essentially what it is. So for a lot of, as an example, that they did tons of times on like both Star Wars and Star Trek, most of the flying scenes where the ships would just like slowly fly by in like the void of space, they didn't have CGI at the time to do that convincingly. There was CGI, but it was incredibly basic. Because, the first Star Wars was made in the 1970s. And Star Trek started in 1966. So, how did they do stuff like that? Well, they would make actual models of those ships and actually just move them slowly in front of the camera with like sometimes painted backdrops or essentially pre-rendered backdrops, not even computer rendered, but yeah, so they would do stuff like that. But this is actually quite successful here, you know, like we're getting some stuff, marking some things. Throwing this at random passerby 3. So anyway, computer generated assets are pretty much lifelike now, so there's not really a need for Foley anymore. But back in the day, it was kind of like a necessity because of technological limitations, and like even for like the earliest like episodic series, like for early radio and stuff like that, they used Foley all the time. Like the classic, like even that effect of like taking a split coconut and like kind of rhythmically clapping it on a table. You could recreate the sound of like horse hooves, essentially. So it's like, oh, this is somebody on horseback, or like this is a carriage, you know, and stuff like that. So using essentially props to make special effects when you can't record the actual effect or create it artificially. That's actually a much better definition of Foley effects. Yeah, never mind. It's actually pretty close to what it is. It's essentially what it is. So, at the time, dry. So from what I understand, from what I remember of like, you know, studying like the history of comedy, which was one of the other schools, the other main school of theater. You know, you had tragedy and comedy. And that was it. No, every story, like the time, like fell under one or the other. And there's different variations. Essentially, is it happy story or is it, you know, not? But yeah, like old comedy and stuff, like the early days of like entertainment, it was all very obvious, you know, like things that were jokes were obvious jokes. The intent was to make the listener or the viewer laugh, and it was intended, probably, I would imagine, it was intended that way because when people, I guess probably partially because people want to know what they're signing up for, kind of a thing. But then if you know when you're supposed to laugh, is it that funny? Would be the contrarian thought, right? Well, because there's quite a few out there, you know, and you know, I don't mind. There's quite a few comedy shows that I watch where I know it's going to be a comedy, like, and then like I'm definitely a contrarian when I'm watching things. Absolutely. Yeah, I want to go around this, but we still under? No, kind of. I don't know if this counts as under the Highlands or not. Let's see. I'm definitely a contrarian. Whoa, why the hell did it twist like that? That was weird. I guess because of potential energy, kinetic energy. Wait, did I mark this one? I did not. It's fine. I just didn't want to get too close to that. Anyway, so, right, the response to vaudeville, early comedy shows, blah, blah, blah. Is that funny if, like, you know, essentially the thing you're watching is telling you this is the time to laugh? Like, are you laughing because it's polite, or are you laughing because it's funny? So, it's kind of an important question, especially if you want genuine laughter, right? So, so Monty Python was kind of genius in that sense, because, like, right on the box, or I guess as they probably would have said at the time, right on the tin, you know it's Monty Python. It's a comedy show. But they don't punctuate the jokes. They don't explain the jokes. Some of the jokes aren't even jokes, like most of them. They're funny situations, or some of the humor was just like a parody of like from what I've heard about certain things, of just life in England at the time, you know, or new takes on kind of old comedic setups. That's one. So, oh, that's a dead end. Okay, this is one of those fucking tower things. I don't think I even want to check this one, honestly, because, like, yeah, there was that one that kind of led to a cool thing, but I don't entirely care. Can't see where I'm going. Oh, this is not good. This is not what I want. Okay. Oh, ooh, almost touched the ground. So, and they didn't invent dry humor, right? Not saying it's like, oh yeah, Monty Python was the first like serialized show and they invented dry comedy and dry humor. It's like, no, they definitely did not. But, and they had the more obvious jokes, right? And like, I think they even had a laugh track, like sometimes, which, you know, classic television thing of like, in case you didn't know this is a joke, we'll have an audience that they get the jokes. And even if they don't get the jokes, they'll be told when to laugh. So, like, you can get the joke. Or actually, not necessarily get the joke, but you can know when it is a joke. Okay, so this whole thing is a river. Oh, starting to think this is on the other side. Like, maybe not. But I feel like I should have ran into it by now. Because we're getting to the other side of this. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Kind of turn around, and then turn around again. Pull up, but I can see the ceiling, that's the problem. I haven't seen a light route. And unless... yeah, that's the ceiling. It's gonna be on the other side. Unless it's, like, tucked away. No. Alright, so change of plans. I'm just going to take a left. Avoid these guys. And I'm going to look for the next one instead of trying to find this one. And I already have that blue one, so that's not going to be it. That's water. So it's probably going to be somewhere in this direction. Sorry, I was just kind of free flying. Now I've actually been airborne for a long time and kind of more concerned. Haha, there you are. Okay. Really glad I found that. Okay, where was I in my diatribe? Oh, about dry comedy, right. Or dry humor. So, it wouldn't... Right, basically... Basically, they wouldn't clearly indicate the joke. And that's pretty much what it comes down to. There's got to be another one right over here. I think where Link is facing. But in that same sense, like not indicating the joke is kind of funnier. Because essentially you can take the exact same joke and then change the delivery. And then it will... Yeah, I don't need to mark. That's right over there. Sometimes it can, yeah, not that it will, but sometimes it can make the joke a lot funnier. Just based on the timing and delivery. Like if the core of the joke is funny, cool. But you can also just absolutely ruin a joke with how it's delivered. And sometimes, I guess one way you could put it, if a joke is trying too hard, then it's not funny. Because then it's just like, It's like, yeah, that's funny. But it's, at that point, the viewer or the listener is exhausted and not in the mood for laughter, right? Which can happen. Sometimes it's just like too many jokes or too many jokes that don't land. Or, yeah, or it can just be the delivery. So, it depends. It depends. Depends on a lot of things. But, oh my, no, yeah. Right, I said I was gonna have to go back for that. Alright, so, shit. Should I keep going up here? Should I loop back around? I kind of feel like I should loop back around because I do need to go back down there, but I don't want to fast travel and like lose the bike necessarily. So anyway, and what got me thinking about it was like a while ago I was hearing a take on like some, you know, comedy or whatever. Like, yep, those are jokes. Yeah. And sure, that thing is funny. And like, I feel like a lot of comedy nowadays is a little derivative. Like, that is to say, like, meme culture is kind of like taken over a little bit, so everything is kind of just like a take on something else. It's like, hey, remember I Love Lamp? You know? It's those kind of things. It's just a reference to something. And there was definitely a time when that sort of thing felt a bit more fresh. Because, like, that was kind of the early, like, jabs that, like, comedy writers, like, people that actually are in the business of doing that. Like, whether it's, back in the day, it used to be for TV, right? Um, they would kind of mock Family Guy for doing that. Because that was kind of the easy target, because they did that a lot. And it's like, hey, yeah, remember the time I did the... It's like, and then they do the flashback to the thing, and it's like, okay, yeah, well, you just then you showed the thing, and then it was that. Good job. Um, yeah, this is better. Cool. But I mean, they were doing that in 1998, 99. Whoa. Okay, that's bad. I didn't realize it would do that. So, really years and years before, like, I guess, like, memes became kind of the thing, you know? Because we're talking, like, 25 years ago, you know? But this is essentially all that memes are today, is just, hey, remember the time I blah 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 blah. And likewise. It's the same kind of thing. And that is not to shit on derivative comedy, because that can be funny in and of itself, and that's kind of the core of parody and satire, is you have to have... it's always in response to something. So without that initial something, you don't really have parody or satire, you know? You need the one thing to, like, goof off of, you know? So anyway, it was a joke that I made that wasn't perceived as a joke. And then I thought about it. And I was like, wait a minute. That was a joke. Like, not only was it a joke, that was hilarious. But it was completely unnoticed as a joke. I was like, okay. So, and I wonder if that's why. Because of that generational thing. Because, like I said, when I was younger, I didn't think Monty Python was funny. Like, I didn't get it, you know? It didn't register to me as comedy. like, I saw some episodes. I knew some of the things, and I recognized some of the things as being funny because they were obvious jokes that very much, like, hold up the sign that says applause, or like, hey, audience, laugh. You know, because sometimes they did do jokes that were very, very obviously jokes. And I really liked, you know, I was definitely a fan of like Eric Idle and John Cleese, mostly for their work on other things, but I knew they were talented, creative minds and comedians. Like, again, mostly from their work on other things. I didn't mark that one either. Cool. But oh, these guys again. And like, granted, you know, like a running gag can also be like dry comedy. Because like, even if you, and it's also derivative because it is a running gag, so you need the original gag to keep it going, you know? And I do that. I do that. I do. See, that's a really bad joke. I just said doo-doo, and that's not a joke. That's just poop is funny. I don't care who you are. That's why it's called the Farty Crap Show. Oh, that's why. No, it's part of the reason. But wait, did I mark that one? I did not mark it. I do that sometimes. Pick up the thing, get disappointed, don't mark it. But later it could be something good. And yeah, maybe it was one of those things. Because I don't remember exactly what joke it was. But it might have been a running gag from before. But whatever it was definitely a dry delivery. Because I do remember that part of it. It was just, I didn't indicate, you know? I didn't do the, you know, or pause or like, giggle to myself or anything, because a lot of times when I'm like recording or streaming, I intentionally do those sometimes where it's just a dry humor joke and I hold it in, you know, because, you know, I don't want to ruin it for anybody. And to those who get it, cool. To those who don't, you know, whatever. But again, I think it's either a generational thing or like preference thing or something like that. And part of the other thing too is like, I know there is like, and this is kind of, I guess, getting a little bit into the insider baseball thing of like making YouTube videos and, you know, just making content. It's not YouTube videos specifically, just making stuff. It doesn't matter if it's, you know, graphic novels, if you're writing a book, if you're, you know, anything, like crafting some kind of narrative, you know, some kind of thread, like spinning some kind of yarn. Doesn't matter what it is. Wait, was that a straight? No. Okay. So now that's a little circle, because before I didn't have this upper part. So now that's super obvious. Yeah, there's something in the middle right there. What was the thing? Oh, getting into the insider baseball of like making stuff and, you know, kind of stream of thought. Did I just see it? Is that it? Oh, that's it. How did I not... Did I just not fly at that angle before? I mean, now that I see it, it's really obvious. Oh, maybe it's kind of tucked behind a wall or something. Or maybe it's because of my altitude. I am really high up here. Oh, no way. Okay, to be real, guys, I have never seen this happen. I knew it could happen. And I know every Zonite device has like a set amount of time that it will last. I've never actually flown around enough on just fans to see them disappear like that. Never seen that happen. That is fascinating. Yeah. Anyway, keeping the thread going. Yeah, we are way over on time. Sorry, I just thought about that. Let's see. We got everything though. From down there, there's no other little small spots that are incomplete. I don't see any. No, I think we're good. So we now have a new line up here to the northwest. Good stuff. Oh, that's what I was gonna say about that. Okay, right, I remember. The yeah, I know. Wait, I did save, right? Or did I do the other thing? I'm gonna just double save, make sure. I know there is a chunk of the audience where they kind of just relax to these videos because that is kind of one of the main directions of this channel. It's just kind of like, hey, turn your brain off a little bit, enjoy the audio, don't necessarily pay super close attention unless you're actually interested in the gameplay for that episode. But here's a little, almost like a white noise machine that constantly has new content. like some people, that's why they use YouTube, you know? Like, because there's always something new, you know? And yeah, on this channel, there's every day new videos. So it's part of the reason. It's because, like, kind of like started because, like, I started noticing patterns in my preferences for what I like to watch. And yeah, people's brains are really good at pattern recognition. So usually, if you've seen something or listened to something, you can pick out within the first couple seconds, like pretty easily, is this something I've heard before? Yes, no, and then move on to the next thing, whether you actually do or mentally do. So, or consciously or subconsciously. It's more what I meant. But, yeah. New stuff. Into the means of things. Oh, so if something's meant to be chill, background, white noise, kind of a thing, and you have set, not intervals, parameters of how you want things to be because that's the style and the format that you chose to go with, then doing something contradictory to that within the same series might be jarring, right? If there is a set style and format, which for most of the series here on the channel, there is. And part of the reason I love this series is because it can be many different things, but for the most part, this was... Tears of the Kingdom was kind of a breath of fresh air for me when it came out, because how do you top Breath of the Wild kind of a thing? Because it was just such a specific vibe, and different people obviously enjoyed it in different ways. But just chilling in Hyrule, going around doing the things, never felt so cozy or so... What's the other word? Like turn your brain off, kind of just enjoy and chill and those kind of things. So in order to do jokes in that kind of format, you sometimes have to do dry delivery, dry comedy, in a sense, because you don't want to do the loud, boisterous kind of thing to where it would be jarring for people that are just listening, you know? So the listener's experience comes first, is kind of the point. And there are different methods of doing that. There are different styles. There are different... And again, like what I said way earlier, nowadays it's a lot more freeform. It's a lot more experimental. Like there aren't as many set styles. Like back in the day for comedy routines, you literally had names for the different formats, and audiences would expect you to go by the format almost every time. Like you literally had player one or actor one. The actors would be called players. Enter stage right. Forward lean, whatever, blah blah blah. Prop A, do thing, blah 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 blah. Player B, enter stage left, prop lean, interact with player one, riff off prop A, and then like it was actually, the formats were pretty well outlined. And that was a thing. Again, it's the expected laughter. It's the expected jokes. It's the, okay, I want to laugh. This is the type of thing I like. This is what I'm going to tune into. And then at the end, I'm going to feel better. Like, even if I don't laugh, it's going to be lighthearted and comedic and blah, blah, blah. So whether they do or they don't, does it indicate, hey, it's time to laugh? And that's pretty much the core difference. Like, I mean, I've heard that term before, just dry delivery. Not even dry humor, but dry delivery. So, and it comes down to preference too. So, I guess that's the main question of this one, guys. Are you familiar with dry comedy? Do you enjoy it? And secondary, are you familiar with Monty Python, and do you enjoy it? And I guess that's pretty much it. So, and yeah, ain't gotta be funny all the time, because, you know, laughing is great, but here at the Farts and Crab Show, we also hope that we help you think sometimes, and not just think, but contemplate. Think critically. and meditative exploration of the mind. So, different strokes, different folks. But anyway, it's kind of the style of the series. Again, it's a little bit more freeform. It's more kind of just chill, turn the brain off, and kind of, yeah, enjoy. Chill, lo-fi, relax, all that good stuff. So, that was the joke to myself, is that's what it's boiled down to over the years. And that is hilarious to me. Anyway, thank you all for being here, guys. Greatly appreciate it. Gonna end this one here. Of course, before we get going, and before we get to the outro, quick little recap. So we started, where was it? Just down below Gerudo Highlands. So we got all of the, wow, we got all of that mapped. That is so much. That is so much. That is such a large chunk. So really all we have left is this northwestern corner, all the stuff below Death Mountain, and the few little bits around the map that I haven't been to, or said I would go back to, which I will. But yeah, next episode we'll probably take a break from mapping. Actually, how are we doing on weapons? I didn't really use any, break any weapons. No, we gained weapons. I think I broke one maybe, but yeah, didn't even really use anything. So yeah, next episode will be a bit more story focused. We'll actually head to the thing. Does it say on the quest log you encounter Master Koga a third time, chased him from the abandoned Lineru mine? As he fled, he told you he knows where the Demon King is and plans to activate an ultimate weapon. The Demon King may have a clue to Zelda's whereabouts. Go catch in the abandoned Hebra mine. There may be a chasm that leads you straight to it. Okay. So they do give you a clue as to that. Gotcha. Cool. Good stuff. Alright, so we'll do that on the next one. Which I guess means that we won't have to wear this anymore. Which is great, because honestly, the outfit's a little goofy. I'm not a big fan of the head frock. But, it's all good. So yeah, thanks for being here, guys. Sorry this one took so long, but I kind of wanted to finish my thoughts on the matter. And yeah, personally, yeah, I already said that before, but personally, I'm a big fan of Monty Python. I think it's fantastic, comedic genius, really. And yeah, it's really, really, really good. But thank you for being here. Greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I think I already said that part. Of course, before we get going, a very special thank you going out to the current Farts of Crap Show members, the amazing people who make it possible. Velas Draconis, Aaron Schick, WTF Corey, and Rogue XOX, thank you so much for choosing to support the show a bit more directly via channel membership. It vastly helps out and very much appreciate it. If you guys want to be incredibly awesome like these amazing people and get in on all those membership benefits, check out that join button down below. There's also a link in the description talking about becoming a channel member in case you happen to be on a platform that doesn't have a join button next to the subscribe. And before we get into those membership details, in case you guys are unfamiliar with YouTube handles, that is why WTF Corey and Rogue XOX have an @ in front of their screen name. They have excellent channels of their own, so definitely go check them out. YouTube handles also make URLs quite a bit easier here on the platform, so you can just go to youtube.com/@ and then the rest of the handle, and it'll take you right there. You can also just type the handle into the search bar, and it should help indicate that you're looking for a channel and not a video. And yeah, when you go to the channel, it will have the channel name, but also the handle under the channel name. So handles are unique, no two are exactly the same. So that's another way you can double check and make sure you're in the right place. But yeah, channel membership tiers start at $3 a month. It's only 10 cents a day, gets you into all the basic stuff, including getting to vote on the series that get made here on the channel via the members' choice polls. It's a thing we do once a month for a full 7 days, so 25% of the time we do have one going. And we will have one coming up for the month of September at some point. September is what I should have said. It'll probably be in the back half of the month, more than likely towards the end, just estimating based on the current series right now. But yeah, all of the current series and most of the previous ones were chosen by channel members. So even if you're just a member for a month, you can go back and vote on any of the previous members' choice polls that you may have missed. So yeah, so even if you're just a member for a month, you can still influence the content that gets made here for a while, because retroactive input is considered for future polls. And all that is over on the membership tab here on the channel, which you will have access to if you're an active channel member. But this is an approximation of future announcements from the past, so if you guys want all the announcements as they happen and the bell doesn't work for you, totally get it. The bell doesn't work for me either. But there's 3 other ways you guys can stay up to date. The community tab here on the channel, the Farts and Crap Show Twitter, or the Discord. I always post on all 3 of those whenever there's an announcement, so regardless of which one works for you, you can stay up to date. And links for those are down in the description, also on the channel banner, but that is going to do it for today. So, thank you all once again for being here, guys. Till next time, take care, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.